Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in on this lovely Saturday morning. Hit the like as you come in on this morning. Get us a little Saturday morning powwow going about the dump truck business. Go the rest of them, June. Okay. Do this live right quick. All right. Mm-hmm. Come on in. Come on in. We'll get started here. What's up, Sid? What's up, Gerald? Brian? Gerald said, don't start with the Cowboys, please. No, I'm gonna let them do the talking Sunday night. I ain't got no Cowboys paraphernalia even on today. Y'all come on in. Hope everybody's been doing well. Hit the like as you come in. We'll get started on this morning. We ain't gonna hold you long. I was trying to catch everybody before they got into the football. What's up, Tracy? Good morning. All right. I'm just putting a couple of things in the chat. I put my email in there. I put my website. Well, part of the website. All right. So what's going on this morning? Just wanted to come on. Hadn't been live in I guess 2 weeks. So wanted to come on and just chat a little bit about dump truck business. See what you guys' questions or comments may be, inquiries, how you feel about it. Those of you who are in the dump truck business already, how things are going with you, that kind of thing. So let's talk about it. See it. You're in your new office. Yeah, I'm in the new office. See it. I'm in the new office, man. That's a window there. That's the other end of the office. Pretty happy with it, man. Pretty happy with it. Really didn't have a whole lot to do in here because it was like ready made, just move in. So added a few things, our own furniture and stuff like that, but definitely pretty happy with it. All right, hit the like, Y'all come in. So what's going on? Who's already perhaps in the dump truck business? Who's already in? Anybody already in or who's all right? So I don't see nobody typing. I'll give you a second. I'm doing in dump. This is my first thing. Okay, Gerald, where you at? And so I know you're in Dallas because you talk about the Cowboys. So where you at and how things going? Georgia. Okay, okay. Who you working for, Gerald? CW or Snell or someone over in Georgia. What's up, AD? Just got the DBE. Congratulations, AD Taylor. That's all right, man. I know last time we talked, you were in that process and was wanting to know how long it take. Congratulations, now, man. Um, Scan that thing to your email, man, and look at those companies and look for the estimator or whoever does the bidding, and email it to them, man. Call them, tell them who you are, and then you like to email your information over. Let's get going on that. Look at website, your state DOT website, see which jobs are coming up, and see which jobs going to require that a DB, and target those and see who won those bids. What's up? What's up, Jack? Jack Peak in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, Jack? I saw you commenting on a couple of videos, man. Hope all is well with you, man. Brian says to drive a concrete truck right now, but I'd like to get a truck. Brian, that was my route, man. That's you probably know my story. That's where I started, concrete truck for 3 years. Absolutely loved it, man. Slanging mud. That's what we used to call it. We slanging mud. I love concrete, man. I ain't kidding. That was some of the most joyful times of my life. That's where I started in trucking, period. Right. Had never drove a truck before. And that was my first time in a truck, man. I absolutely love slanging concrete. I was a younger man, 23. Well, no, let me see. Yeah, about 23 years old, full of energy. So working 12, 13, 14 hours a day in the heat, 90-degree heat, 12 o'clock pours. I don't know, Brian, and y'all doing any of that, but we call them 12 o'clock pours. 12 o'clock because we had to get to the plant for 12. The pour would start at 2, work all day. Brian, I used to put in, man, the most hours I had in a 5-day work week. I had 84 hours one week, man. 84 hours. And I figured out Uncle Sam was taking a lot of that. And then we found that sweet spot, making $9.15 an hour, man, back in 1997. Making $9.15 an hour. And we figured it out, me and a couple of other guys, that about 75 hours, you could see your money. Anything over 75, a lot of it puts you in another tax bracket. So yeah, that's a good route. That concrete truck will teach you a lot about dump trucks. Gerald says, been a blessing. 80K first 4 months. Oh yeah, one truck. Oh yeah. Gerald, that'll do good. 80K the first 4 months. Yes, man. Yes, sir. Demolition side of the game. Okay, you're doing a lot of demolition. Okay. What's up, Angel? Detroit, Michigan. Very popular preacher up there in Detroit that I just love, and that's Tellis Chapman, the Galilee Missionary Baptist Church on East Outer Drive. AD, you about to get another truck? What you looking at, man? What are you looking at? AD, tell me again where you at. You in Georgia? Sound like some scaling up going on to me. Jack says, I see more and more end dumps around in Georgia. Okay. Yeah, it seems as though Jack is either the tandem, and then a lot of guys are going with the end dumps, huh? Let me ask you something, Jack. Well, here's the question to explore, Jack. Why is that? If you're starting to see more end dumps, then the question would be, why is that so? All right, you got some new folks coming in. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get this algorithm going this morning for this live. Hit that like button for the country CEO. What's up, Jerry Wigginson? Coming from the semi-truck world, is the learning curve hard? No, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, Jerry, what's the problem? The trucking part, you got that. You're a trucker. You've been driving a truck. You know how to drive a truck, right? It's 2 learning curves that you have to master. The first one is going to be just, okay, this is a truck, this the operation apparatus for the dumping and for the third axle. If it's a quad axle, triaxle, right? So you ain't just driving a semi and all you're working is a fifth wheel and unhooking a trailer, right? But with a dump truck, it's all in one, a straight truck. And then it's just learning how to operate the apparatus, right? Which means letting the bed up and down, which the biggest rule is being on level ground and make sure you don't pop that tailgate, right? And letting your third axle up and down, or if it's a steerable third axle, you don't have to let it up and down. You let it down, it's down. You don't let it up till you dump. So that's the first learning curve. The second learning curve is going to be the method in which work comes to you. When you got a semi truck you lease on, they supply the work. You wait on them. But in dump trucking, uh, there's a similarity of where you're being given work, but also there's the opportunity for you to solicit, hustle, go get your own work, right? So that's the difference. You don't have to have necessarily a middleman. You could be going directly with the companies in the dump truck business. It doesn't have to be a broker or someone you leasing on to. All right. So to me, those are the kind of two biggest learning curves. But that's why we here. All right. Angel, sound like you're here to tell us, Chapman. Okay. AD scared St. Louis. That's right, AD. Scaling up in St. Louis. I love it, man. I love it. I absolutely love to hear that and see that, brother. Jack, okay. So I asked Jack a question. Jack says, because they're able to haul more, that and the construction and demolition is off the chain right now. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And so you just saw, who is that? Gerald say that he's doing demolition in what, Georgia, huh? Is that Georgia what Gerald said he was? Yeah. What part of Georgia you in, Gerald? Is that Atlanta area? And so this is Jack. You're on to something, man. That's why I tell people always peep game as to some trends that be happening. So Jack has informed us what he's seeing, and look like Gerald verifies it because he's in a truck doing demolition. That some of the contractors, or there's a new need, or the more pressing need in Georgia now for the dump trailers, not just the dump truck. All right, still just a minor adjustment, still dump trucking. Either way you look at it, you're just pulling a trailer. That's all right. But what that suggests is, Jack, they're looking for more production. If they're wanting the trailers, they're looking to get a little bit more payload per load. All right. And so that's going to be key for anybody that's already in and might be trying to figure out, okay, what's your next move? If the opportunity is there, you might say, well, you know what? Instead of getting another dump truck on this go round, I might slip me a dump trailer in here. And in Georgia, it's tandem trailers because you can't have a triaxle trailer. Gerald, you see that, huh? I wasn't gonna do it, but I forgot I had my coffee in my cowboy cup this morning. Let me go ahead and just this, prime time. We're always in prime time. Sunday night against the Giants. We, I ain't gonna say nothing else. It speaks for itself. All right. Man, it's good here. I'm in the business 4 years so far. Atlanta, Georgia. Brian Bozier. Congratulations on you. Brian Bozier, who you work for? Do you work for C.W. Matthews or E.R. Snell? I just did a consultation with a brother Saturday that's in that area, and I was telling him about C.W. Matthews and E.R. Snell. Is that some of the folks you work for, Brian Bozier? Jack says Vulcan Materials is also opening more quarries. Wow. Wow. So, Jack, how does Vulcan Quarries get their material in? Are they blasting, or is the quarries having this rock being shipped in? How is Vulcan getting the rock? Amir Kingdom. Yeah, right. Amir, yeah, Georgia can't have tracks. It's all tandem. Gonna be a tandem dump truck or a tandem trailer. Amir says, I got an interview with E.R. Smith. All right, when you say email Amir, you mean to work for them directly, or you got your truck and you finna have an interview to work with them with your truck? Give me a little bit more with that. Hit the like, y'all. Let's catch the likes up to the number of people that are on here. All right, this is good. We're off to a good start for Saturday morning. Oh, that's some good coffee. I love coffee. All right. So look like we're caught up. So what's going on with the country CEO? I'll talk a little bit about that until we get some more questions. For Saturday, I'm gonna come up here to the office. I'm gonna try to start on some of the paperwork. I got my brother-in-law out there who does all my washing, and we're not gonna wash this weekend. But I asked him to come and to clean out. I got two working today, so six are sitting out there. I want him to clean them out on the inside, a real good cleaning. Like I told you guys, this guy does professional type work. So I want him to clean my inside out, clean the inside out of these trucks real good, give them a thorough cleaning. Sometimes these guys have to put washing powder in the truck because on the sticky asphalt, you have to add washing powder. So sometimes that gets in the truck. Some of these trucks without the two boxes, the diesel bucket is in the truck. So sometimes you gotta update your cleaning. And so he does a great job. And I want my resale value to remain at a high level when it's time for me to resell, right? So I try to stay on top. I know some people may be like, well, CEO, the drivers ought to be doing it. Yeah, they do that. But I also check behind, and some of them do a better job than others when it comes to that, right? So I ain't taking no chances. And when I get ready to resell, excuse me, I want that truck looking spectacular on the inside as well as the outside. So nobody won't be trying to Jew me down, talking about, oh man, it look like it's a little worn. No, this truck is in good shape. It still looks good inside. And this is a truck I would buy myself. So that's what I'm doing on this Saturday, getting them cleaned out. I'm gonna do a little paperwork, catch up on it, and that's gonna be the first part of my Saturday. All right, Amir says it's company drive. Okay, all right, I'm new to the game. Just got my class A. They only paying $20 an hour. Okay, all right, all right. So I'm assuming, Amir, that you're going there to get the experience, and then eventually you want to get your own truck. Would I be consuming? Would I be assuming correctly? And if so, that's great, man. Hey, that's a great route to go, especially since you just got your class A. Go learn the game for free, or should I say, not for free? Get paid for it and learn the game, and then when you get ready, you be ready to step out there. Brian, I love the Western Stars, man. I get that. I'm starting to get that question a lot. Y'all know I started this channel as a Mac guy, and I love Mac. Always ever since I bought my first one 20 years ago, I love Mac. I think it's safe to say I won't ever not have a Mac. I think I can safely tell you that. But I'm telling you, I'm loving the Western Stars. I'm loving the Western Star. I've had the oldest one now. I got it November of last year. So I've had the oldest one now about 10 months. Yeah, about 10 months. And it is performing well, man. It's performing well. Little to no issues. Um, haven't given me any problems. I mean, had a little glitch with that one. We just went to the shop a week or so ago. Had a little glitch with a brake switch. But I'm loving the Western Stars, Brian. Though I got three now, they definitely won't be my last one. Here's my goal, Brian. I'll share this with you. As I continue to upgrade, it's gonna be Western Stars and Max. I'm gonna narrow it down to those two. I'm running four different brands now, and I really didn't want I wasn't trying to buy the internationals. They just fell in my lap on a deal I couldn't pass up, and it elevated my business, right? So that's why I made the move. I'm not an international guy, but they are performing well as well. But when I get ready to upgrade, it's gonna be Western Stars and Max. I can tell you that for sure. I'm gonna stick with those two brands, Western Stars and Max. That's all you're gonna see. I actually got another Mac already on order, but I knew it wasn't gonna get here to 25, so in the 24, 25. So I already got another quad axle Mac like the other one I got on order, and then I want to try a quad axle Western Star. But these Western Stars that I got, Brian, they were what he had coming in. So I didn't get a chance to just kind of put my hands on it. So the next Western Star I get, my plan is now is to spec it out, my colors, how I want. I want to order a certain color, that kind of thing, and spec some things out with the bed. I showed y'all my specs on that the way those internationals are made, and I got that max spec out to where you got that platform in front of the bed that you can put, because we haul a lot of asphalt, the bottle holder for your sprayer on one side, and then toolbox on the other side, right? That takes that stuff out of the truck, and you ain't got to have your air hose in the truck. You ain't got to have your diesel sprayer in the truck. So as I go forward, I want to spec every new truck that I get, having to be able to spec it out just like that myself. And that's how I want to do. Great question though. Oh, okay. So they blast and then jack. That's what I would say. I don't know any rivers that they would get it in from somewhere else so close to Atlanta. So that's why I was just wondering. I think I told you guys that all of our limestone has to be come in on barges, right? We get our limestone from Tennessee and Kentucky, and it has to be shipped over down the Ohio River to the Mississippi and then come down the Mississippi to us. Brian says, I have two with CW and two with Vulcan. All right, man. That's what I'm talking about, Brian. Kudos to you, brother. That sounds good. Brian has two trucks, two of his Western Stars with CW and two with Vulcan. And so I'm assuming you're hauling rock off the yard every day with Vulcan, and then you're doing road work and what have you with CW, right? Is that right, Brian? All right, while you answer that, Jack, has anyone used the IRA or 401k for down payment in the first truck? Okay. So when Mike had answered, I knew somebody recently. I think I did a consultation with a guy last week that's getting ready to use some of that kind of money, I think IRA or something like that, to do that. He actually got laid off from a job, and so he's going to use that money for that, part of that money for that. Brian says, what motor in the Western Star do you like to come in? The last one came with a Detroit, Brian. The first two, I'm sorry, the first one has a Cummins in it. The first one I got last November has a 500 Cummins, and then these last two I just got Detroits. Yeah, both of them got Detroits, and so far so good on both of them. What's up, D Landry? What you know, good brother? How you coming over there in Lafayette? Business elevation move mindset for sure, brother. For sure, elevation, man. Who's that? Brian Jack is asking, does Vulcan use SCD? What's up, Angel? Is it good money working with the city on their contract? Yeah, yeah. Typically, Angel, um, any, and I'm a now Angel. Let me get clarification first on their contracts. What are you talking about? Road work, hauling materials. What particularly are you talking about? And I'm gonna tell you while I'm asking that question. Been good, Mr. HW. Been good, man. Just finally starting to slow down a little bit. It just got real hectic the last 2 months, but things are starting to slow down a little bit. I'm starting doing a whole lot more lives with you guys. Get back to my videos like I had been. It's starting to slow down a little bit. D Landry say, all good. JB don't play. So D Landry, you're in, right? Did you contact who I think I gave you Don Young's number, huh? So you're in. Okay, you're not in. Okay. Have they actually started the road work yet, or they still move? The company is still moving utilities over there. The last I talked to Don, they were moving utilities. For sure, man. Yeah, man. Just trying to drop the knowledge, brother. Oh, okay. Angel says there's Charlie any of them. Well, here's why I asked that question. Obviously, if you work with the city contracts on road work and all that kind of stuff, all that stuff is going to pay good. The reason why I asked you what particular you're talking about, because sometimes, and I'm getting ready to look into this myself, sometimes with the city, you can bid on these contracts to supply limestone, sand, gravel, topsoil, that kind of thing, right? And what happens here is that that kind of stuff sometimes, not all the time, sometimes tends to get low bidded. The yards would end up winning the bid. The yards, the limestone yards would end up winning the bid. And then what they would do, for us as truckers, the city halls would typically be the cheapest thing going. I mean, you'll make a day with them. It ain't nothing you want to do every day. It'll keep it'll keep some flour in your barrel, if you know what I mean. But it ain't nothing you want to be doing every day. So what I want to do, Angel, is I want to look into it because I did know that they told me about an older guy back in the game had a tandem and he used to win those city contracts to do that to supply that material, and he did pretty good. But if you got to go through a yard or something to haul that stuff for the city, that's when sometimes it could be some cheap rate stuff. So the key is to go direct, I guess is what I'm saying.
On it. I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri trying to interrupt. All right, okay, D Landry, I got you, man. Brian, I love the dump truck business, but the only downfall is rain. Yeah, that's the only thing. You have to deal with the weather. Matter of fact, y'all got some come off that hurricane. I think what week before last or last week. That's the only thing you have to deal with. We got some pop up showers. Um, Pop up shower. Now y'all know we was on a short week anyway because of Labor Day, so we didn't go back to work till Tuesday morning. Tuesday night shower, pop up showers came through that evening and not and canceled one of the night jobs. The other one went, and then pop up showers came again Thursday evening. Thursday evening and canceled all of the night operations Thursday evening, and then we worked yesterday, and so we didn't make but 2 nights this week. It's already a short week. And then, so yeah, you have to work around that, Brian. I'm used to it. Been dealing with it for such a long time. Um, I just use when those days happen, I use it to try to just catch up on maintenance, do something constructive and toward the business, and send somebody to the shop, whatever things that need to be done, and just getting ready. Always staying proactive about working towards something with the business that can help us down the road. Um, but the little bit that we do have to deal with is, to me, is minor. As it relates to the whole, is not enough to stop anything. Um, but it does happen. You have to definitely have a mindset. Now, for me, Brian, one of the things that helps me is that dirt is not my primary thing. I know some guys, if you're into dirt hauling every day, then rain is definitely going to be your enemy for sure and have an impact on your business. Me, I'm mostly road building, Brian and guys. And so for me, it could rain that evening and we still gonna lay asphalt the next morning. We can still do milling next morning. That's why y'all hear me advocate all the time road building, not just for the sake of working over the long course periods of time, but just the fact that if it rains the night, the day before, you can go lay that asphalt, the road gonna dry overnight, or you can go mill, or the quarries, you can go haul that limestone. And so I think you have to be versatile. And Brian, that's what I try to do is stay versatile. And I think that's why I make road building my number one thing because yeah, rain may come, but next day we right back at it, man. Appreciate you, Angel. That's cool. All right. What's up, Marcus Ruffin, channel member? How would you suggest we build solid relationship with contractors in our area so that we're able to work with them directly? Seems most companies in my Richmond, Virginia are working with brokers. Well, that's a good question. Um, and this is a question that we've gotten before because in some areas brokers tend to dominate and they've built this relationship with these contracts so the people calling them that kind of thing. So the way that you can get ahead of that, Marcus, is you have to be playing the website, um, um, the state of Virginia Department of Transportation website. Here's what I do, and here's what I do now. Now we don't have a broker problem here per se. We do have a few, but they even with the couple brokers we got here. If a trucker such as myself proves he can handle the trucking and get the trucks and all that, they are obsolete, man. They obsolete because at the end of the day, they still can't do nothing without us. Even the couple that's here, they don't have one or two trucks of their own. They need us, so we got the leverage. It's just a matter of whether or not we want to flex our muscles. All right, but getting back to what I was telling you, I play the Department of Transportation website, so I'm gaining knowledge. Who has the jobs? Who's getting the jobs? Who's won these jobs? You are equal opportunity just like anybody else. Now, before I'm gonna come back to that. If you are a minority owned or disadvantaged business in any kind of way, first of all, you need to do that. You need to look on DOT website, type in DBE, and you need to fill out that application to become DDE certified. That'll help you. Let me say that first. All right, let me come back around now to what I was saying. If you also need to build relationships with truckers. Here's why that's so. Because if you go to one of these contractors and they give you a shot, hey, Marcus, we need 10 trucks. Can you supply them 10 trucks? Do you have to need 10 trucks of your own? No. But if you built relationships with other truckers, you can go talk to these contractors and say, hey, man, what you got? I noticed y'all won this job over here in such and such over there. Congratulations. Man, I'd like to do business with you and handle the hauling for you on that job. The first question they're going to always ask, how many trucks you got? And if you don't have a one or two trucks, you can't have, because Marcus, you just subscribed not too long ago. But let me tell you, contractors rather make one call and get 10 trucks than make 10 calls and get 10 trucks. That's $1 million worth of game right there. And so once you understand that they matter make one call and supply their trucking need, then you haven't built relationships with other truckers. Hey man, guys, look, I got a job coming up. You think you'll help me? This is what I'm gonna try to bid on it. Would that work for you? You do all your homework. So when you go to them people, or you go to those people and these different contractors, just putting God first and talking the right talk and looking for a shot. And when they ask you that question, how many trucks you got? Your answer is going to be, well, I got two, but I got access to 10. I work 10 guys. I work with 10 guys. And technically, you do work with 10 guys because you've worked with these guys, right? So you group them all into one because you done talked to these guys and got their commitment. And you say, well, I got two trucks of my own, but I work with 10. I got 10 guys that work with me. And that's how you word it. It's all about how you talk to them. It's all about how you talk to them. And in many instances, the guy gonna think, is he gonna give you the job? I can't say for sure he will, but you have made him think. You have piqued his thinking at that point. Oh wow, this guy might be able to help me. And then watch this. You supply something that brokers don't supply. You are there in your truck on the job, handling the job. That broker sitting in a desk in an office behind a desk somewhere. That is the method how you deal with getting around these brokers and begin to try to build relationships with them. You got to get on the front end of that thing. See, when you getting calls from the broker to go to work, that's on the back end. You got to get on the front end. The front end, what gives you the conversation piece to get on the front end is that you're playing the website, seeing that they won the job. And once you see they won the job, I got a conversation piece. Hey, my name is Perry Jones. I'm a dump trucker. Look, I noticed you guys won the job on Old State Highway 23 last week, man. Look, congratulations. I'm a dump trucker, and I like to work with you guys on this particular job. Oh, okay, all right, all right. How many trucks you got? I'm telling you, that's gonna be the question. Oh, I got 2 trucks, but I work 10 with 10 guys every day. We could do this job for you, sir. Can I come by and have lunch with you? Can I come have breakfast with you? Can I come talk with you and show you what I can do? And here's what I know to be true. Jack, I'm finna drop $1 million worth of game right here, y'all. Finna drop $1 million worth of game right here, y'all. You keep pushing and pressing like that. You keep on with all of the contract. You just keep on that process. Let me help y'all with something. $1 million worth of game right here. It don't take but one to like you. Talk, boy. It don't take but one to like you, y'all. And I ain't telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've experienced. It don't take but one to like you that changes your whole life and business. That's what happened to me. D. Landry, J.B. James changed my whole life and business back in 2008. It don't take but one to like you, y'all. On the Truck and Hustle podcast, you heard me talk about how that all happened. We got the tail end of a job right here in town with J.B. James, big company, and we were doing that job. And my uncle was on the truck out there, and the guy took a liking to him. And the guy says, you know what, man, tell Perry, I got a big job coming over in the next parish county for y'all guys, and I'm gonna use y'all. It don't take but one person to like you, and it changes your whole life and business. But you keep plugging away, Marcus, guys, making them phone calls. Might seem futile at first, might seem like you ain't getting nowhere. Keep pushing, keep plugging. You don't need but one of them to say yes, man. That's all you need. That's all you need. One person to say yes, that's a wrap. Let me tell you something. And let me tell you how that's work. Now, JB James they doing a little bridge job, but doesn't have any work in my immediate area. When y'all hear me talking to D. Landry, he's in Lafayette. He's 50 miles away. That's what JB James has the huge job. I ain't got a call yet. The guy told me he's gonna use me. It's not on paper. Jack, it wasn't on paper, so it wasn't no contract. I ain't got a call yet. I'm still waiting, but I'm working, so I ain't tripping, right? Because I'm gonna have to have something on paper by way of contract for me to have to go buy some 1 or 2 RVs to have my guys can stay on site because it's too far for me to be trying to get them guys back and forth if I'm going to be on that job. But I ain't heard nothing. Talked to him several times. D. Landry always checks in with me. I ain't heard a thing. All right. But here's my point. D. Landry, I'm still getting residual from them having done what they done in 2008. Country CEO, what you mean residual? They still refer other contractors to me. So while I'm not working with them, they changed my life in 2008, and they still changing my life because the foremen and stuff, we did such a great job. They loved me. I took care of those guys. I built relationships. They tell other contractors about me, and I'm still getting residual off of them taking a liking to me. Is my point. Even though I'm not actually working directly for them right now. Don't take but one person to like you. And if you stay pushing and plugging long enough, Angel Short, you said something that makes me want to shout favor. But you cultivate favor, Angel, by doing your part, right? It's the old adage of a man laying on the couch, want a job, but he laying on the couch, he put in no application. Your part, Marcus, is to make the calls, put yourself in position, keep talking, keep calling, making that pitch to them, somebody along the line gonna say yes. Something's gonna happen that's gonna open the door. Man, look, I've seen this stuff happen too many times. Y'all hit the likes, hit the like. This y'all got me. I'm in mode now. I've seen this stuff happen too many times. I have seen other jokers get the job and can't finish the job, and the man had to come back and get me, who he picked over, to get them to do it. That's all you need is just look. Just a little crack in the door. Just a little crack. It happens all kinds of ways. But you got to be doing your part, Marcus, doing this. You're knocking on the door and you're doing it regular. Hey, I see you guys want keep working that thing. Don't be discouraged. Keep working the thing. Somebody gonna say yes. Hey man, we can't use you on this job, but look, we got another job over here that we need trucks on. You think you might can handle that? You be interested in that? Yeah. It happens all kinds of ways, man. I hope I've helped you. You know, Marcus, I'm a preacher, so I go into preacher mode sometimes. So I hope that helped you, man. Get on that website, start looking at that DOT website, and finding out who's got these jobs before the job. Find out where the jobs are going to be coming up for bid before they come up for bid, and then find out who got the job before these doggone brokers even get a chance to get phone calls. Get on the front end of that thing. You got to be proactive, not reactive. And Jack, that's the biggest problem. Maybe it's just a South Louisiana problem, but that's the biggest thing I see is the issue with these dump truckers down here in South Louisiana. 95, I think I said 99%, but I'm gonna say 95. 95% of them are reactive and not proactive. Talk, boy. They reactive. They wait on someone to call them instead of them access on the matter of fact. Let me tell you that. I was on the computer the other night, going back the last 4 or 5 months. See, did I miss somebody that won a job locally? Guess what? I found somebody that I missed, had forgot about, that had won a job locally right there in Baton Rouge. I meant to call them yesterday. I forgot, but I'm going to go on their website and I'm going to call them and see who's doing the trucking for them down there on that job they got. Because I see the need, Jack. Watch this. This is what I noticed. We working every day. Here go $1 million worth of game right here. Here it is again. Here it is again, y'all. I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Comfortable is the enemy of success. Comfortable is the enemy of success. I had Barry A. That's my main customer. Then the second customer I had. And then basically I was just filling in my trucks. Might go for this asphalt, a couple more asphalt companies. Cool, no problem. Because my bread and butter was the first two. Well, guess what? I come to realize a week or so ago, you know what? I need to add another third solid customer that I can say is mine. That's why I went on the website. Because what happened was I got comfortable. We working day and night, period. You don't need to look for nothing else. You good. These people you working for got work. Guess what? Even the companies you working with could have a slow week or two. Did you get that? No trucking is blowing and going 52 weeks a year. Don't let nobody fool you. No trucking is blowing and going 52 weeks a year. So guess what? We had a I told you the week before last was a good week, not a great week. Now we done had Labor Day week, couple rainy days, good week, not a great week. But what it showed me, get out of from under that uncomfortableness, boy. Go get your third customer. That'll solve that problem. And so now, Jack, I'm on the hunt for a third customer that I can say, okay, that's my customer. I didn't want to do it, y'all, because I said I ain't gonna be able to handle them. Because the majority of my trucks are tied up with the two. But here's what I discovered, and here's the $1 million worth of game right here. Here's the $1 million worth of game right here. It's best to have more than enough than to just have enough. Talk, boy. It's best to have more than enough work than to have just enough. See, I had enough because both of these customers going to work straight through the winter. So I'm not worried about winter work. Both of them going straight through the winter. So I was like, okay, I'm good. Comfortable is the enemy of success. I'm going to get that third customer. I'm on the hunt. I'm going to let y'all know when I get them. I got two I'm looking at right now. I'm making my pitch, Marcus. I'm making my play, Marcus. I'm knocking on the door, Marcus. I'm going to tell them what I can do, Marcus. I'm going to let y'all know when I get them. I'm going to get that third customer. Because it may have more than enough than to have just enough. Don't fall, Gerald. Don't fall for this thing of being comfortable or I got enough. No. So I know what the next question is. Jack, here's the next question. Okay, well, Perry, country CEO, what if all of them call at the same time? What if the new customer you get, they're calling and you tied up over here? Didn't you say, and this is me asking y'all the question, don't you have friends that work with you? Don't you have other truckers that you built relationship with? You send them over there. Or you go to the new customer and let them take your place where you are. Remember, we got to have a subcontracting mindset too. So when you get that new customer, make sure you get the price right. So if you got to send somebody over there, you can still send them over there and you make $5 off the truck. You pay them what they have to have. All right. If the rate I don't forget, Jack, what's the rate in Georgia? If the rate in Georgia for tandems is $90 an hour, you go to that new customer, look, man, I got to have 95. Fuel, the insurance, got to have 95. You get the 95. So if you got to send somebody over there, you're going to pay them the 90, which is the going rate, and you make the $5 off the top. $1 million worth of gain. And guess what you've done? You satisfied the customer. Hey man, look, I'm finishing up a little something. I'm gonna send a good friend of mine. He gonna take care of you, and he's gonna have my ticket, and you just sign it out, and then I'm gonna send him to take care of that. Okay, no problem. Or you let him come where you are, whichever. But that's how you do it. And so what you have in effect done, you've secured the job. You're satisfying the job. You done tied that job up. That's your job, even though you ain't the one doing it. And so guess what? And now when you finish up over here, guess what? This here over here waiting. Comfortable is the enemy of success. All right, I did a whole lot of talking right there. We bag up. Jag says, "Country, have you seen a lot of population growth in Louisiana? New subdivision? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This it's got um this parish next to Baton Rouge, Livingston Parish is one of the fastest. I think they're in the top 2 or 3 fastest growing parishes in the state. Ascension Parish is like one of the top 3. Yeah, we got, matter of fact, just below me, Zachary, Louisiana, the city of Zachary, which is in East Baton Rouge. I'm right across the line in East Feliciana, north of them, right? So, but Zachary, the city of Zachary is one of the fastest growing city in the country right now. So yeah, I mean, just houses upon houses upon houses, and now they're finna have to, guess what, Jack? Whenever you see all these neighborhoods going in, infrastructure. Infrastructure got to be next because the roads got to be able to handle the capacity of all these new people, and so that's what's getting ready to happen. Appreciate you, D. Lander. You got the books, okay? AD. That's what you're getting. AD, International 7500. Jack said, "Why do I call them the silent customer?" I said silent. That might be because really because it's like I got my main two, right? And then these other ones are just places I know I can go work, right? It's like two other asphalt companies in Baton Rouge that I know I can go work for, but I'm not every day with them. But I know they call me when they need trucks. I call them if I'm running short, right? So maybe I gave them that term, Jack, silent customer in that regard, because I know I'm not their everyday guy. I guess you could say. One of them has 7 trucks of their own. Another one has like 15 trucks of their own. So they're not gonna call me unless they need me. And then I try them out if I don't need them. Matter of fact, one of them I'm working 3 trucks with them Monday. Work 3 trucks with them this week, right? So I just use them when there's a cutback or a cutback. I use that word with one of my main customers. Like one of my main customers at one time was working 5 or 6 trucks every day, right? Cool. So now they only work because they finished, but they finished up. Here it is, right here. This is what let me explain to you like this. One of my main customers had 3 jobs going at one time, 3 different locations. And I literally was pretty much tying up at least 5 or 6 of my trucks up every week with them. Well, they finished up one of the jobs, and the other job, and this is going to be a beauty. This is actually going to be the next big job we're transitioning to, going into the gates of LSU. Um, they're not ready yet. We've done a little work down there, but they're not ready yet. They're getting ready to start tearing the road out at night. So my second main customer really is I got only one job going right now, and they only needed 2 trucks. Well, that left me short. So you go through these transition periods, y'all, to where that's why you need other customers. Jack, that's why you got to have some other places you can go. Because even with a main customer, there will be cutbacks. He cut me back from using 6 trucks a day to 2. Well, guess what? I keep people like these other asphalt companies on speed dial to where I can just fill in. And all we doing is just biding our time until my other customers say, okay, Perry, we ready to rock and roll. What's up, Blaze? How you doing, man? AD, hey boss, have you ever used building connected to be on work? No, I haven't, AD. How much fuel than Western Star burning a week? That's a good question, AD. D Landry. You see, but they working day and night. Let me just say it like this. Let me just put it to you like this, D Landry. I'm burning as a whole 8 trucks. I'm burning about because I hadn't just localized the Western Star to see what is burning, but I'm doing about 6,000. I'm doing 5 to 6,000 weekend fuel. But keep in mind, I'm working 5 days, 5 nights a week too. I'm burning $5,000 to $6,000 a week in fuel. I'm gonna have to check out the Western Star though. I'll get back to me on the next live. I have an answer for you on that D Lander just to see how much are the Western Star. I'm gonna try to do it to where I can see what is burning just with day and what is burning with day and night. Hit the light coming in. Hit the light coming in. What we got here? Kenneth Silverman, make sure it don't have a Max Force engine. Which one, Kenneth? Which one? Who you talking about got a Max Force on? Oh, the International? Yeah, okay. You talking to AD Taylor. On that International 7500. Yeah, my International AD is HX, the HX 520s is what these were. These 2 international that I had gotten. What's up, Daryl Holland, channel member? Appreciate you tuning in, man. He says, God favor has so good to me. Talk about it, Darrell Holland. Talk about it. Tell us the good news. Tell us how he's been good, how his favor has been shown bright in your life, man, or in your business. What's up, Blake? Blake says, doing good. Got the truck back rolling. That whole warranty process was a headache. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I remember you telling me. I'm remembering now, Blaze. You was telling me what had happened with that. So the warranty finally paid for the work to be done? I'll wait for you to answer that. What's up, Yusuf? Watching you from Minnesota and love your video. Appreciate you, man. Kenneth said yes. Ian 30. Okay, yeah. N13 is that a Cummins? Oh, that's that international engine, Kenneth. I think you're talking about that international engine that the people are having problems with. Is that right? They call themselves making their own engine. I don't know why some of these companies they trying to keep all the money in house. Man, look, leave the engine building to the experts. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, International want to make their engine. You know, a couple years ago, Packard want to make their own engine. Everybody trying to bring it in house so they won't have to buy from Detroit and Cummins and Caterpillar. But these people don't, have the technology, man, and ain't been doing that stuff long enough to, and then you buy a truck during the time they done first made the engine, and then you got to deal with all them trying to work the bugs out. Mm-mm. Give me a Cummins, it's proven. Give me a Detroit, it's proven. Give me a Caterpillar, it's proven. Give me a Mack, it's proven. I even take the DD13 that a Volvo got because it really ain't number it ain't number the MP8 Mac engine. It's the same engine. The DD12, I think it is, in the Volvo and the MP8 out of the Mac is the same engine. Just got a different name on it. I needed an EGR valve 2 years ago, and Mac didn't have it. We crossed the numbers over with the DD12, and I went to Bro Bridge. D Lynch came over to Bro Bridge Mac. I'm sorry, I needed it on the Volvo. We came over to Bro Bridge Mac, got the part, same part. Out of sight, out of mind. I had a bad experience with a Sterling, only because it had that Mercedes engine. But I'm not going to put it on the Mercedes engine alone. Some kind of way something goes wrong, man, with how they got the breather configured to the engine, and my engine ended up sucking dust twice, man. I rebuilt the Mercedes engine twice. Rebuilt it the first time, $18,000. Rebuilt it the second time, she got gone. She got gone. Soon, while she was in the shop getting rebuilt, I was cutting the deal. My Mac salesman got me out of that, but it cost me to the tune of $36,000 in two overhauls. For some reason, it was sucking dust, and it's how it was configured in that doggone Sterling, man. I'm not gonna say Mercedes is a bad engine, but the way it was in with the Sterling, and the thing about it, I wasn't the only person that happened to. I know two other guys had Sterling with Mercedes engine. The engine sucked dust. So I vowed that I'll never buy a Sterling again. I'll never buy a Sterling again. But for me, I don't want to discourage you, but for me, that was just what happened to me with the Mercedes engine. I know some guys had the cat, had a Cummins, they had no problem. What's up, Michael Lodge? Good morning, Mr. Inspirational Dump Truck Business is booming in Central Ohio. All right. That's good to hear. Michael, let me see. We know Justin Sturgill out of Cincinnati. I knew a Kenneth out of, I believe, Columbus. Yeah, Ohio. I've heard great things about Ohio, man. Okay. Yeah, Blaze reminded me what happened. So your transmission cooler went out on your 49X, okay? And the whole transmission had to be rebuilt. My goodness. So the transmission cooler, yeah, that shouldn't have cost you a dime, man. You had a 24 too. That shouldn't have cost you a dime. Blaze. So, is it any way to recoup lost wages for that month, man? Is it anybody that would be responsible for that? That you can recoup those lost wages? What about 2018 Kenworth 880? The Kenworths are pretty good. Or what I've heard, Kenneth, the Kenworths are pretty good. I know a couple guys got some Kenworths. They're rolling pretty good on this end. Yeah. Listen to what Blaze is talking about. That's game right there. Blaze say even if buying a new truck, need to have a backup plan and some money on the side because that note and that insurance kept coming. So very, very true. So very, very true. Under warranty, but he had to stay on their butts about it in order to just be able to get the truck, back to him in a reasonable amount of time. Sid says, I heard Cat is going to start building truck engines again. They need to. Had to pay for towing $1,200, and I know for a fact those lost wages were close to 30. That's right. Had my other truck on the job. Claims parts availability is scarce for these new trucks. So parts availability is scarce for the new truck. So is there again, Blaze? Is there any recourse to recoup any of that 30,000, or that just a loss? There's no claim you could put forth on anybody to be able to recoup that, or even half that. This is good stuff this morning. I've been on with you guys an hour already. Any more questions, man? Before I get ready to shut it down, we'd have been on an hour. Go out here, see how my brother-in-law coming with cleaning the inside of the trucks, and I try to get on some of this business paperwork up in here, y'all. This has been some good dialogue this morning. Internet acted like it had good sense too. No problem, Kenneth. Oh, a couple announcements before I get off, so y'all know I will be at Freight Fest in Houston on the dump truck panel the end of this month, the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Hilton America's Hotel in Houston for Freight Fest with the Truck and Hustle guys. They invited me to come speak. I'll be on a dump truck panel with High Road Cruise, doing big things out of New Jersey. Big shouts out to High Road Cruise. Got about 30 trucks. And another brother, I forgot his name, out of Maryland or somewhere, I believe. It's going to be 3 or 4 of us on the dump truck panel that Saturday at Truck and Hustle Freight Fest in Houston. So I'm looking forward to being out there with those guys, talk all things dump trucking, networking, man. I'm going to be out there looking at other forms of trucking that I might be interested in. I might be interested in doing some different things. Definitely not semi, but I'm looking at some, I'm always open to new things. And so I'm just going out there to network and see what else I might be able to find out that I could do, and maybe even to the dump truck business. I don't know it all. Those guys got experience. Maybe they can teach me something as well, and I can learn some things from them. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, for those of you who are new to the channel, you know about the books, how to get started in the dump truck business, 20 ways of finding the work in dump truck business paperwork, and the course, all of that. Still got opportunity to get that. Linktree, Country CEO, YouTube, all the game on there as well. I got my own website now, iamcountryceo.com. You can go there. All right. So there's just some plethora of things that we got something in the works now that's going to help you. Hopefully, I'll have it out before I go to Freight Fest. I'm trying to put something together for you guys too. It's another resource. I've been getting a lot of calls about this. I get questions about this all the time from a lot of newcomers. So I'm trying to put something else together. I'm gonna keep it quiet right now, but hopefully I'll have it ready in a couple weeks. But y'all got my email. Let me put my email back up for you. I answer questions on here. All right. Linktree for those of you interested in coaching, consulting. We do consultations, coaching, that kind of thing. Linktree, and then my old website, Jack. I got my website finally done. I forgot to talk about that, but it's been a little something in the making. All right, so look, man, y'all have a blessed Saturday. Football will be on about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go try to see can I get some things done before that starts. Y'all have a blessed day. Share this live, and we'll be coming at you real soon. Look for the game. I probably post some more videos today, and we're gonna be getting back going with our videos on the regular during the week as well. Y'all be good. Country CEO out of here. I'm gone.